Welcome back. Today I'm ranking pet snakes from S tier all the way down to F tier. Do not recommend. This list is based on temperament, ease of care, feeding, reliability, size, and safety. So we're going to start off in the last place on this list, the green anaconda. Why F? Number 1, massive size, extreme strength, aquatic enclosure. So in fact, for you to even own a snake, you need an aquatic enclosure, bro. Unpredictable temperament. It has killed humans in the past, but mostly like little kids. And it is a serious risk to humans. Like, these snakes can get to 20 feet, 500 pounds. Like, these are very unpredictable. They are completely unsuitable as pet for private owners. They are not a pet. They are a liability. I would not recommend this snake. Next snake on this list is a red-tailed boa. Okay, so honestly, it depends who you are. I know they are normally nice. It really just depends. But they are still massive. It's a boa constrictor. They are pretty crazy. They're really cool. They look awesome. They're one of the coolest looking snakes. But the reason why D is because it's normally docile, okay? But it grows super large, 6 to 9 feet. And it can overcome that. Like, it can get to like 10, maybe even 11 feet. That's what we have seen before. It requires very strong enclosures. Okay, so like you need some like weights on it and stuff. And handling becomes a 2-person job. So like it really depends on who you are as like a snake owner, but as a beginner, horrible snake. I would not recommend. But normally they are friendly until it weighs as much as their dog. So it's really just like a matter of fact and a matter of time how long it's gonna take for it to weigh as much as your dog. And maybe even eat your cat if you have a cat. So D tier. Next up on the list, the milk snake. People may ask, why C tier? And the reason is because they're very skittish and they normally sometimes are pretty aggressive. It's not like the coolest thing, but it's okay. It's more of like a look, don't grab type snake. And it has beautiful colors, don't get me wrong. Very active behavior, but it's very fast, very skittish, and super bitey. Compared to like, you know, like corn snakes or a lot of types of rat snakes. And I rate it C tier because of that. But other than that, you can probably put like, I don't know what type of milk snake, but a milk snake, man. You can put a milk snake in a 20 to 40 gallon tank. It's pretty easy to do that, but they are very skittish and they're not the best for handling. So for a beginner, it's C tier. But if you're not gonna hold your snake, then it's okay. Next up on this list is the California king snake. These snakes, in my opinion, they are awesome. This is a B tier snake, okay? But why B? They're very hardy. They're active, but often offensive as juveniles. And famous for escape attempts. They also eat other snakes. They literally eat other snakes, and not just any other ordinary snake. I mean, they will, but if they smell snake on your hand, they're going to eat it. Sometimes they even eat themselves. Like, it's kind of insane. But they are not super friendly, but you can probably find some decent ones. But they're very famous for being king snakes because they eat other snakes and they are venom resistant. So anything that's venomous, like a rattlesnake that's trying to bite it, it's gonna do nothing to that snake. And the king snake's gonna win just because it's more powerful than a rattlesnake. Next up on B tier is the western hognose snake. These snakes are normally adorable, tons of personality, defensive displays, but the big issue with these guys is also you can put them in like a 10-20 gallon. But big issue with these guys is they are nippy and they are mildly venomous. Their venom isn't that bad, but they are still venomous and it's about as bad as a bee sting. So that's how you go. And they are occasionally picky eaters. It really just depends on, you know, what snake you get, but they are normally picky eaters. They're basically drama queen. They're a drama queen with a shovel nose. So yeah, that's them. They're cute. They're pretty small. I would recommend. I would recommend for a beginner, not a complete beginner, like, but a beginner. I would recommend. Good snake. Next up is the A tier snakes, and first on A tier is the ball python. Not that surprising. Ball pythons are extremely docile. They get kind of big though. That's the biggest issue with them. But they're very nice snakes. They look cool. A lot of different variety of that type of snake. But it could have maybe been an S tier, but it is an A tier because they do get picky. And they need a good amount of humidity in their tank. So that means they need a really big like water bowl or whatever. But they are sweet, but sometimes refuse dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much their vibe. And they just get a little too big to be considered S, in my opinion. And they eat too big things to be considered S, because I think they just get just a little bit too big. Next up on A tier is the Kenyan Samboa. Why the Kenyan Samboa over the ball python? The reason is because it's pretty much everything a ball python is, but much more affordable for everything. Their food, all of this. But one of their biggest things is they do get, I know, I'm sorry, but I guess they do get boring because all they do is go under the dirt. Okay. They are a small, sturdy, and simple care. So you're not gonna need more than like you'll get to like fuzzies. You know what I'm saying? Fuzzies, and then maybe small mice, and then that's where you're gonna end. They're gonna end right there. It's ideal if you want a display animal, but yeah, they're just kind of invisible, so they get boring. But honestly, I very much recommend if you want a snake like that. But they do, and also I have had instances where they were picky. So yeah. First S tier snake, the rosy boa. Why the rosy boa? They are extremely docile. They're just awesome snakes. But the thing is, they're kind of small. But if you want a small tank snake, and you're probably a 10-gallon, you'd be fine. Rosy boa is the best snake if you're trying to get a snake in a 10-gallon. You don't need no UVB. All you need is a heating pad, and you just need to bring mice for it once in a while. But you do need substrate, and you do need a decent amount of humidity for them. The thing with rosy boas is they're small, they're slow moving, they're gentle, and low maintenance. And they rarely refuse food and tolerates cooler temps very well. So yeah, that's why I consider them an S tier, and they're awesome snakes. They're chill, they're cozy, and they cause no drama. The complete top of this list is the corn snake, complete S tier. The reason why is because I say perfect size, perfect everything. Like the perfect size, like it doesn't get too big, it's not too small. So if you're like holding a snake, you're not really gonna hurt it really. You won't have to like deal with like hurting it as much as like a rosy boa. You know what I'm saying? But they do get decently sized, so they won't hurt you. They are very, very, very nice, very easy to feed. They're very calm, easy to feed, forgiving. They get about 3 feet, 5 feet, and there has been some that have hit like 6 and 7 feet. Pun intended. They are excellent for beginners and long-term keepers. They're just a golden retriever of the snake world, and I recommend them out of any snake just because they don't need that much maintenance, and they're very, very handleable and friendly. They are literally golden retrievers of snakes, so this is the S tier snake.